Hey, watch where you're going. People here don't take too kindly to strangers like you wandering around like a lost puppy. What's with that confused look on your face? You look so innocent. You're not from around here, are you? What are you doing on this side of town? You're lost, you say? Well, where are you trying to get to? You're kidding me, right? That store is like on the complete opposite end of the city. How'd you end up all the way over here? You followed a map? What year are you living in? Nobody uses maps anymore. Here, let me see it. Yeah, this is super outdated. No wonder you ended up so far away from your actual destination. If I were you, I would toss this and never use it again. It's not reliable, and it'll only get you into more trouble. This side of the city isn't a place where mistakes can be so foolishly made. The people here aren't forgiving of outsiders that loiter around. How do I know that? Well, let's just say I'm familiar with the locals. The lowlifes here are notorious for blackmailing, theft, murder, you name it. There's plenty of scheming going on around here, but you just don't see it. It happens under the table, behind closed doors, in the darkness of the night. Does it scare you that these things happen? Good. It should. People like you shouldn't want to be here since you're basically walking targets for the residents of this area. Do I live here? Well, yes, but I moved here rather recently. In the 6 months that I've been living in the South Side, I've learned a thing or two about the local subculture. The crime rate here is fairly high. People get jumped about every other day, but that usually only happens because they're involved with the gangs around here. Me? No, I don't have any gang affiliations or mob ties. I try to stay far away from that. Nothing good really ever comes from it. I'm more of a loner myself. I prefer to stay low-key and fly under the radar. It helps to keep me out of the drama. How do I do that, you ask? Well, for starters, I had to sharpen my instincts and perfect my skills in survival. I learned how to be quick on my feet, cunning, and blend in with my surroundings seamlessly. The key is to learn how to move like a shadow and try not to be noticed by anybody. Anonymity is a blessing and allows you to live freely and do what you want without worrying about the repercussions of society. That's one of the reasons I chose to move here. You want to know what I do for a living? Well, that information is something I'd prefer to keep to myself. It's not really anything you'd find interesting anyways. But if you must have some sort of an answer, let's just say that I'm a jack of all trades. I partake in a good amount of dealing and leveraging to get by, and I'm pretty good at it if I do say so myself. I know the ins and outs of a lot of things, and I use my knowledge and skills to my advantage. You don't like my vagueness? Well, too bad. That's all you're getting from me. Now, ask a different question or leave me alone. You want to know if I've been to the north side of the city where you're from? Well, I've visited a couple of times in the past, but I haven't been back recently. The people there seem pretty pretentious, and I didn't quite fit in with the crowd. You, on the other hand, now, you could be the city's poster child looking all perfect and innocent the way you do. I bet you haven't worked a day in your life. You know, you're a pretty rare sight to see. It's like you haven't been jaded by the world yet. I remember when I used to be like you, full of hopes and dreams. Then reality hit me hard and made me realize my place in this world. I hope you hold on tight to your goals and work hard to achieve them so you don't end up chasing ghosts of your fantasies like the people around here. You deserve more than that, and don't forget it. So tell me, what do you want to do with your life? I could see you doing that. Yeah, honestly, I can tell you're passionate about it by the look in your eyes. I think it's definitely something worth pursuing if it makes you happy. Because, at the end of the day, if what you do with your life isn't fulfilling to you, then what's the point of living? I've always believed that the dreams and aspirations that we have tucked away in our hearts are there to make us feel alive. They give us the energy to survive in this world and create a life for ourselves that we can enjoy. Wouldn't you agree? It's 8 o'clock and the sun's starting to set. It's gonna be dark soon. You should leave. Your pretty face doesn't deserve to be in the news tomorrow morning for mysteriously disappearing in the middle of the night. You don't know your way back? I could have guessed as much. Look, I'll help you find your way back home. That is, only if you promise you won't come back. What do you mean that's not fair? Are you saying you were actually planning on coming back? Why would you want to? To see me again? You've got to be kidding me. We just met and you already think we're friends? Trust me when I tell you it would be in your best interest to stay far away from here and from me. You don't want to be a part of this life. Oh, and here's your wallet. No, I didn't steal it from you. Look, do you want it back or not? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, and a word of advice. Don't keep it in your back pocket. It's too tempting for people like me.